More light. Thank you for tapping into another episode of Unbiased Opinions. We're your hosts, the spiritual wanderer Suave.
What's good? The one and only Lenon.
Justin Bieber Key.
And then, yeah.
No, you get to do your own now. This is the second episode.
You got your own. Yeah, you
Mr. Pressur himself.
There you go.
Pressur 3.
Yeah, you got it from here, man.
Yeah. Once you become like a guest on, repeat guest.
Yeah, you gotta carry yourself.
You gotta go ahead and introduce yourself. They already know who you are. Nah. As you can see, today is the sunglasses episode.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we all rocking the sunglasses in honor of Mr. Pressur over here.
Yeah, it's cool, cousin. I ain't gonna touch you, homie. You can scoot over.
Yeah, so
I put the barrier between us too.
You feel me?
Yeah,
you good.
And shoot, I mean, we just coming back from Halloween. Everybody have a good one. Nobody celebrate Halloween no more like that.
I had to though. I
didn't.
I had to. But it's because it's my job. You see what I'm saying? I'm in the industry.
I did do the work festivities.
Okay. Yeah, so I had the whole outfits and all. We did a contest, costume contest, everything.
You dressed up?
Yeah.
Who was you?
Well, I did some like contacts, color contacts, with like some veins on my face. That's it for that one. But the next day, we did the purge. We had to go to Zook. They had a costume party and shit, so we came. Moxie came dressed up for that. So
no, you said you don't celebrate, but you thought you was fly. I seen you on your
Which
post with the contacts.
Hey, that was cold. I said, ooh, wicked. You heard that? Wicked.
What did you say you were?
Oh, I guess you can say it was a zombie.
A zombie.
Well, you can say zombie. It's
like
whatever you want. I ain't had no teeth though. You feel me? So
yeah.
I had the eyes though, my nigga, and I was like, "This wicked." All my life, it was so clean.
I did it halfway.
It was clean, man.
Who ended up winning? Because I saw the Instagram stories. Who ended up winning that costume contest?
Who did win that shit? It wasn't. Was it the Wakanda nigga?
Yeah, he came in and did the backflip.
With no shoes or socks on.
That's crazy.
Did you see the barefoot backflip?
Wait,
at the lounge?
At the lounge, he threw us all off.
He was Black Panther?
Oh no, white chicks won.
Oh, that's a
white chicks. The homies, the ones I told you.
The dance step.
Yeah, they. So that's the ones I was telling you at the podcast. Talk. They was talking about us getting on it. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he won that shit. They did that shit though. They were ugly as a motherfucker, boy. They were so ugly. That is the best costume. Them niggas were ugly. They won. But we had some heat up in there. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was real fun, man.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't dress up now.
And I don't either. That's why I just did the context and that thing. You know what I'm saying? And then I wore the mask the next day.
You kept it simple.
I don't do too much.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna catch me out there. It's not me. It's not in me.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, that's the best.
I was like, shit, contacts though?
Yeah.
I can't even do the
that's easy.
It took 30 minutes to put the bitches on.
Oh, damn.
I hated that part.
It do take a minute.
I took them out and threw them when I was right out the window.
Hey, don't it feel good when you take it out? It feel like you just pull like a piece of hair.
Most definitely.
Yeah, my shit was dry as hell.
Yeah, I did a Naruto themed costume one day, so I had the contact in one eye. And yeah, after I pulled that junk out, it felt like I pulled skin out my eye. I was like, woo! Take a breather.
Right. Yeah. None of that.
I started breathing. It felt so good. I'm like, yeah, let that air get to you.
Yeah, I think it all depends if you go into like a party or something. Then you got to put something on. But I just took my niece and nephew like trick-or-treating. So I just was in a hoodie.
I was so disappointed in my niece's bag. I was at my mama's house just right now, and she brought a pillowcase with like this much candy in it.
That's it? Yeah.
That is crazy.
Nah, you know what's crazy? I think a lot of kids now, it seems like they don't really be wanting to trick-or-treat as much. Because we were taking my nephew out, and halfway through it, he was like, I'm done.
He's over.
He said, I'm done. My legs hurt.
Let me go play the game.
He like, let me go get on my iPad.
My legs hurt. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was like, as a
candy.
Yeah.
That says a lot, though. You get what I'm saying? With the kids nowadays.
Yeah, they grown.
Yeah.
Free candy. Do you know how hyped we were to get free candy all night?
Right.
I'm going to every house. Don't say the big houses. Oh, they got the big bars.
Yeah, the king
size. Uncle Roddy used to put us on.
That's what I said. I would be walking. You wouldn't even notice your legs hurting as a kid. As me as a kid, I'll be walking out all night trying to get candy till like 9 p.m., 9:30.
I think the difference too. You could like
open.
Every neighborhood had houses you could go to. Nowadays, I go through a neighborhood, everyone got their lights off and shit. Like it's hard to find somewhere you could trick or treat now.
Oh yeah.
Like our neighborhood, we closed.
Yeah.
We are not open for business over here. No kids coming down the street. Nothing. Our all the lights off.
Right.
Yeah, no kids come over here. Like I bought candy like 2 years and no kids came. I was like, I guess we done.
What y'all miss most about Halloween? Like, what's the nostalgic thought of it?
For Halloween?
I think Halloween. For sure, like, you know, that evening time where you and the homies just, or cousins or whatever, y'all hitting every house. And sometimes, shit, it's not even just candy. You know, the older you get, you might egg a couple houses or some shit.
You a different level.
That shit was fun, though.
I don't think
we was doing that without Halloween.
Yeah.
No, I ain't never egged nobody. You know why?
Because you a good soul.
I got egged before.
You got egged?
Yeah.
On Halloween?
I got
He thought just walking.
It was actually some random time.
For real?
Yeah, I was a kid walking down the street.
I did not mean to laugh.
I got tore up.
Was hella egg?
Oh yeah, it wasn't just one. It's like 5, 6 eggs.
He had money.
Was it the last day of school or something?
No, it was at night. That's how I knew. I was like, oh, these people was like, y'all on a headhunt today. Y'all was trying to have fun.
First person, go get it.
What'd you do after that?
Well, at first I thought I was about to get shot.
Yeah, see the noises and shit.
Yeah, because they just roll up on you. Hey, oh my God.
How are you ducking?
I took the first 2 before I started moving. Cause I said,
wait a minute.
Yeah,
you was shocked. Yeah,
I had to freeze. Like, what's going on?
Like,
that's scrambled eggs. That's scrambled eggs.
I said, oh, they over easy me.
You feel me?
That's
crazy. I'm out of here.
I miss trading. I miss at the end of the night we all sitting there and we trade like who want this, who want that.
I don't like these.
That shit all my life. I miss that moment. Man.
That was cool too.
I feel old.
Well, I like just choosing your favorites. You know, when you see your favorites, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and
eat them.
I'm taking them down first. I'm taking them down first.
I used to hate when they had they still sell them at like Smith's and shit. The variety packs though. I hate the variety pack. I like one a specific. You get Snickers or something.
That's the British houses though. They give you the real Snickers.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't want no. You know, it got the Tootsie Rolls and $100 like a bunch of shit. I'm not gonna eat. You know.
I remember
you need like sweet tarts and stuff in there, or like the Twizzlers.
No, I mean, I fuck with those, and you could find some, but I just always fuck with the variety packs. It got Twix, which I hate, 100 grams, which I hate.
100 grams good.
Nah, I don't like none of those.
I think Twix
is good
too. I hate Twix. I hate Twix.
Oh man,
there's a lot of chocolate I'll eat.
You must be a communist.
What's your favorite chocolate?
I like Reese's.
Reese's is a classic.
Reese's and Snickers I can always go to.
I never heard somebody say that's their favorite.
What?
Never heard somebody say that was their favorite. Reese's
is
you got white friends?
I heard niggas say I like Reese's.
No.
You got white friends? I feel like that's the white.
But my white friends don't even like candy.
I think Reese's is good. Reese's is good. Have you ever tried the Take 5 ones?
No, I don't like those. I don't like the fake Reese's. I like the white chocolate Reese's.
You said fake. I'm talking about Take 5.
You got
Reese's
knockoffs?
Take 5. You never tried that?
Yeah, but those are like squares, like a Snickers though, right?
No, well, it's like a bar. And
yeah,
they got the pretzel in there. And that's just good.
See, pretzel,
that's just good.
I want just a regular cup. Or I could do like the pumpkins, you know, they got the pumpkin shape or the bunny rabbit shape.
I'm going to eat it because it's that.
Yeah.
And I don't even like this shit, but
good.
I'm going to eat it because it's that shape.
Yeah.
That's how I get down with the candy. I don't even like this shit. I'm like, I got to eat that bunny rabbit.
You know which one
bunny rabbit Snickers?
I started liking a lot more is the Snickers peanut butter. I don't know why that drink's fire to me.
For real?
Like, yeah, I don't know if you guys ever had that one.
Nope.
That one's good.
I fell in love with the almond.
Almond Joy?
I love almond.
Snickers.
Oh, those fire. Yeah.
I like Almond Joys, but Snicker almond.
Wait, you like Almond Joys?
Almond Joys is
with
good
the coconut?
The coconut?
Mm-hmm. I'm cool with those.
Way.
I'm cool with those.
And you're okay with it too?
Oh, I like coconut. That's why.
I didn't like it as a kid, but as you get older, I don't know if y'all tried it at the older age.
You eat black licorice?
Nah,
I can't do black licorice.
How you eat Almond Joy not black licorice?
That's another one.
How you gonna compare
two nasty motherfucking
How you gonna compare those two? Those are
you can't eat one without the other.
I feel like black licorice is another white people candy.
It's the smell, dog.
No, it's not the smell. It's
Like
the taste.
my
It
mom, I know a
tastes-
lot of people who like black licorice. Yeah.
What does that taste? What drink is that? Jaeger. That tastes
Yeah,
like
it's like a
Jaeger.
it's like a
Just like Jaeger.
like charcoal. I don't know.
Never tried it. I don't think I could though. That's a little hectic for me. But yeah, let's jump into these topics,
Yeah, my
man. We just had a whole Halloween celebration. But yeah, I wanted to talk about. I first wanted to jump it off with something that I recently saw in a video that I watched the other day, honestly. But it was about this girl she's blaming this guy for supposedly taking advantage of her. So essaying, all that stuff. And then, but nobody believes her. Well, a lot of people don't believe her. And then when she gets online, she makes this video. She's talking about don't victim shame me, da-da-da-da. So my thing is like, do we have the ability to actually victim shame people without that being a problem? You know what I mean? Like, can you actually be like, I don't believe you. Like, you don't sound believable to me. And people not take that offensively. You see what I'm saying? In that sense? Or do you have to actually be like, we need to take what you say seriously just because you're saying it?
The boy who cried wolf. That's one of them.
I think it.
Yeah. I mean, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
You go ahead. Yeah.
I think it depends on the person
The person,
that we're
really.
dealing with. Yeah, because it could be a kid.
Yeah.
But how you know
Well,
online? So like online. No, okay. So for instance, I have another scenario, right? He was a Dodgers pitcher, Trevor Bauer. He got accused of
taking advantage.
taking advantage of a woman. It ends up we might have talked about this before. It ends up coming out though that she had framed the whole thing, and it was like her motive to like have that happen. Set him up. Like they had consensual interaction. Then then there came out text that she set him up. But prior to all that and him being found innocent, everyone immediately assumed it happened because she immediately because she accused him of that. And so many times now in baseball and football, we've seen it, happen, and people just think it's true now. But to Suave point, on the opposite side of the spectrum, when can we finally say, like, okay, we're going to wait for all the facts. We think or I guess you even said to the further extreme, we think you lying. How if you don't have any history with this person online or something, how off of that person?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That they're lying.
It depends on the person. How do you know what I mean? You would have some type of evidence or some type of, like he say, past or history to be like, man, no, you done did this before. You wouldn't just blatantly tell somebody you just telling you this type of stuff like you're lying.
But it's such a slippery slope with that, because there's some people who may not have done it before, but they're just doing it because it's a easy way to take advantage of somebody who might be in a higher position or in a position in life, like say like a celebrity or something like that.
Oh, that's the game for sure.
Right.
Yeah, they doing that.
You can easily find a way to be like, oh, I never done this before, but it's a good opportunity to take this person down if I wanted to.
I feel like when you go straight to social media with it, I don't believe you. Go straight to the police, do the reports and all that shit, and it should never even get on social media for me to believe it. I feel like if it's that serious, go straight to the cops. Why are we on here? Why are you trying to get everybody to back you up before you try to find a way to press the issue with this?
I love that, because I kind of agree in that sense. I feel like once you take something to social media and you haven't handled it in a legal manner
That
first,
part.
it seems like your concern is less than. You know what I mean? Because it's like, why do you need the people to back you first?
Right.
Why not go and have the people who's going to help you the most, which is going to be the police, do that first, because they're going to be the ones to be like, oh, write down a report, let's find out, let's investigate this person, try to go arrest him, whatever the case is. But if you're just like posting a video about it, like, oh, this happened, I just want everyone to know that this happened, and then just put the video out there for the world, especially some of these people will monetize the video, and it's like,
right.
But
again, I think it depends on the person.
I was gonna say the same thing.
We're talking as if it's like a celebrity, because nobody's gonna get on the internet about Tyrone from down the street. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Now, Nelly or Ludacris, they're gonna go to the internet. So again, I think it depends on the person, because with a celebrity, you almost always have to consider that it can be a setup.
Right.
But
Every
also you
time.
can always consider as well, they more likely to have hush money, they more likely to have lawyer friends,
So
shit like that too. So it's always like it's tough. I don't know how to call it.
But there are people going on Facebook who ain't no celebrity saying Tyrone down the street did that shit to me, but didn't go to the cops.
Yeah.
People really do.
I get
Everybody
that
do.
part for sure.
Yeah, you don't gotta be a celebrity or not. These niggas are putting that online.
I mean, we had experience with, a thing before in the dance community where
It's a similar thing.
Yeah, where it was more of a social media issue than going to the police about it.
See, that's the thing. You that's weird. That's weird.
I do think it's
Bonafide,
weird
that's weirdo shit to me.
when it's like that, because it's like when it's not handled in that manner and it's more handled online.
You lying.
Then, well, to me, even if you're not lying, to me, your concern is less than it's showing that how important it is to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're more important to get it out there in the gossip world than you are to get it actually handled in the legal world.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like I don't want to get this person arrested, but I want everybody to hate this person.
Okay.
How does that make sense?
No, most definitely. But about what you're saying, you were speaking on somebody in specific, though, correct?
Yeah. In the video I saw, it was like it's social media influencers and stuff like that.
My thing is, why would they say don't video shame me or don't shame me?
Don't victim shame.
Don't victim shame me.
Well, because they're getting a lot of the backlash
because
now.
people wasn't believing what she was saying, because they were like, it's weird that you're saying all this, but yet, let alone she was like laughing about it, she's joking about it. She I forgot something happened within the video to make it seem like it was sketchy and stuff like that. Right. So a lot of people was thinking it was sketchy when the video came out, but then when she was trying to explain it in the second video, like, don't try to victim shame me, why I gotta lie, da da da. And then the dude that she said that about, he made a post, and in his post he was like, I don't play with stuff like that. I'm getting the cops involved. I'm taking legal actions. You're gonna hear from my lawyer. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So when you hear that, opposed to how she handled it, it's like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, so I don't know.
That's defamation of somebody's character.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said he was suing for. Defamation of character.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I think we kind of had talked about it a little bit.
I felt like we have.
But with, as far as just like social media in general, there's going to be a lot of misinformation. And I think it's even with people putting out statements and stuff like that. Some stuff is true, some stuff's not. And it's kind of on you as a consumer of that information to vet that information prior to coming to such a definitive belief about it, in my opinion.
But me believing it or not, how is that? I mean, my opinion ain't shit. So why you want to tell me on social media?
Yeah, and
but
I feel like
cop,
but that's why I feel like that's still like you not coming to a definitive thing about it. It's like, hey, that's y'all issue.
That's y'all business.
Yeah, you know, and
right.
I just mean it on the whole spectrum of even with like seeing
if
the
it was somebody
definition.
we knew or something too.
Yeah,
okay,
or even just if you've seen a video and it says, hey, you know, this is happening in the world, you're not immediately believing that video. You're doing your research and you figure, you know, or, you know.
That was with the whole like COVID vaccine thing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like people were saying like, oh, well, this, you had two sides saying two different extremes of, well, you ain't doing this or you ain't doing that, and it's like you gotta actually vet the information yourself before you believe either side, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's everything in this world.
Right.
Go down politics to
and see, when the dance situation happened, that was one of the altercations that I got into with somebody, is because I told them I need to find out more information before I immediately rule out what you're trying to say. You know, like you're trying to tell me this and you immediately want me to believe you on some facts or some opinions that you're telling me about some other person that you don't even know. You're not even involved in the situation. So I'm like, I need to find out more information.
Yeah,
They're
you
like,
hear that type of thing?
Yeah, and they're like, how could you need more information about that? It's kids. I still need to find out more information. I don't know the situation to say, you know, like
if he ain't a registered offender, then ain't no proof in the pudding right there.
Did he get arrested already?
Yeah.
Is the cops investigating him right now? Like, what's going on? Like, if it's all he say, she say right now, why do you want me to immediately like hang this person and be like, oh, not cool with this person, and I don't know the situation 100% yet?
Right.
But I also think that just shows, like we was talking about it last week, as far as labels go and shit. You're not definitively just gonna label someone off of like some you hear or, you know, what someone is telling you. You're gonna create your own experience, you know.
Exactly.
And I feel like so many people don't necessarily do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, people don't have the creativity to articulate their own thoughts nowadays.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever's being force fed to them, that's what they regurgitate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
They just go keep spitting that, but let that shit go off. People don't even know how to creatively come up with nothing on their own no more.
Right.
It's imitation right now. Imitation over innovation, 100%. I
Right.
believe that shit.
What up, Trey? We see you up in here.
Oh,
Trey's up in
what's
the live
happening with you,
today.
brother?
Good.
It's
My
good to
God.
see you in here
Still
again,
ain't got
man.
to see him.
And Thomas Jackson says social media makes you antisocial.
Huh?
That's what they said. Thomas Jackson says social media makes you antisocial.
Yeah, but what made
Yeah.
him say that?
Well, we was just talking about, I think, the misinformation of social media. I guess that doesn't necessarily correlate, but I see, you know, like I see.
You was trying to save him.
I kind of get where the social media aspect came from. I also
hear it.
see where you saying, you know, like how we talking that makes people antisocial in real life. But
antisocial in real life.
you
okay, that
social
makes
media, you know, you able to find everything here. Why I gotta go shake hands and talk to people?
They lived through that shit.
I thought he was like talking about being antisocial on social media. That's why I was confused. I was
make you
like, what?
comfortable being social.
Yeah. I think people are social on social media for sure.
Yeah.
And then Thomas Jackson also said the generation we're rocking now is all about attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I stand on that. Agreed.
I kind of want to say it's always been that. There just hasn't been avenues for everybody to garner that attention.
Right, but that's why you're
I
saying
agree.
this. He's saying this era is way more though.
Yeah, because of social
Social
media.
media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we all, hey, you could go viral. You could go viral. Oh, hey, he viral. You know, like everybody know that. Shit, in the 90s, no one knew what the fuck that meant, you know?
Right. They had to drive
say
to
viral
be up
and-
somewhere.
yeah.
Man. Oh my God, you gotta be there. You can't sit in the crib and
Ain't
watch
that
this shit on
crazy?
your phone.
I say viral in 95. They'd be like, what the fuck you talking about? Like,
Do you
that's a
think-
disease? Like,
Right? He caught the
It's a
vibe.
virus?
yeah.
Viral infection.
Yeah,
do,
exactly.
you think going viral is a bad thing?
Going viral a bad thing. It depends on how you utilize it.
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't-
Why would it ever be a bad thing?
Yeah, see, I was just
Oh, you were
curious,
just
but
curious.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was just a question. But I don't think it is necessarily. I was just seeing if people would think so, because it can be, people can have bad intentions for wanting to go viral, but I don't think that necessarily it's bad to go
Well,
viral.
hold on. What would be their bad intentions to go viral? Usually, in their head, it's gonna be a good reason. I'm gonna get rich off it.
Well,
You know,
I
what do you
think
consider
maybe you
bad?
meant
For
use
example-
bad things.
yeah, exactly. Bad
Okay.
things, because
That's what
that's why I
I'm
say bad intentions, because some people want the fame,
Mm.
so they'll do bad things to get it. Like, I don't know if you guys heard of Mizzy. I mentioned him on a podcast before, but he was doing pranks where he would walk in people's house and not even,
Just to go viral.
just to go viral with cameras on. Walk in their house unannounced. Girls like, who are you? Why did you just walk in my house? Oh, I just wanted to see something. And he'll just like go off the cuff on something. And these people's like, she's screaming for her husband, her kids, she's grabbing her kids, like
Oh,
stuff
that's
like that.
OD.
Just for the viral video.
Oh, y'all done seen people get slapped?
He did
for
another
going
one where
viral?
he did another one where he walked up to these one people and he was like, do you want to die? And he just kept asking them that. And they thinking like, what you on? Like, are you about to, like, are you about to do something? What's going on? But it's
You
like,
couldn't
go
you couldn't
viral.
say that one time. You couldn't get it twice out of me with that.
yeah.
Yeah, I
You
think.
wanna die?
Jeez.
Do you want?
One time. Yeah, I hear that shit one time.
Right.
I'm
It is a
lost.
problem.
But I think, we was just talking about like not doing labels and being so definitive. Like, I think it go either way. I think there's like, I remember growing up, there was websites where you could go to and you could just literally watch people get murdered on that shit.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Face of the Death? No, not Face of the Death. Rotten.com.
Yeah, like shit, like so.
I remember that shit.
E-Bomb, I think it's
I
E-Bomb's World.
still
too.
remember some of that shit.
Yeah,
dog.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's certain things where it could get excessive too. Like, I just feel like, again, on the internet, it allows so much information that you're gonna have things that you're gonna have to vet.
Yeah.
You know.
Look how
All the
desensitized
time.
we came as a society now. Like that's the shit that we see as norm compared to what we used to be able to see. How much we had to look up things. You ain't gotta look up shit no more. You log in on anything, you gonna get everything.
Well, like, if you think about it, I don't know the statistics, but I would just guess a person that grew up in the 60s, you know, more so than not, probably didn't experience or witness a murder in their lifetime. Am I allowed to say the M word or that? You know, I don't know. We could blurt it out if so.
Yeah.
But to nowadays, I guarantee everybody has witnessed it in some sort of fashion, either scrolling on Twitter or something, bro. This year I've seen probably in the double digits just off just scrolling and shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's wicked out here.
Especially on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter is that spot.
Like, you don't even trying to see it,
Yeah.
and it just
You'll just
right
run
there.
into it like,
Yeah, goddamn.
dang, this one was crazy. I can't even believe I watched that.
And then you just keep scrolling, like you know, it's crazy, bro. It's just
Yeah.
people.
There's
damn.
some like darkness to watching stuff like that too. It just feels dark. It's like watching those like murder documentaries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't you? It feels like
I don't
dark.
like that
Like
shit.
watching
I
that
hate
junk.
those.
It feels like it's something sitting in your
But
spirit.
I can keep watching them like little clips. Like it's crazy how your mind's gonna catch on to that shit. You might see one of those and like, damn, I see another one too, and you just keep watching them. Like, I really just got caught in the web of watching these people just getting murdered.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so bad.
And
Yeah.
I wonder the history or like the infatuation with that. Like, I remember walking into my mom's room when I was younger. She was watching America's Most Wanted. Like, why are you watching this?
Yeah.
You know, like what is so interesting to know this?
Yeah,
You know?
I be watching people watch a lot of dumbass shit.
People
Like,
are.
why are you
interested.
watching this dinosaur thing about these
Yeah.
fossils back? And if you're not out here trying to become an archaeologist and shit,
Wait,
why the
that's
fuck?
crazy.
Why are you watching?
Crazy. Like,
Hey,
people might want to know about the
No,
dinosaurs.
why though? Why?
You gonna try
Life
to,
is real right here. That shit.
you gonna
Why
restrict
niggas
them from
watching that, dog?
learning about dinosaurs.
I get
You might-
so mad at
You
this
might go
shit.
tell them not to watch like Jurassic
I'm like,
Park.
I'm like, this is a 3D dinosaur, my nigga. Watch something you gonna
but there's
learn
some-
from for real
but
that you
there
can use
is-
on your daily thing.
There is
If
some
you're not-
information in that though,
Yeah.
and I don't think that's as harmful
What?
to the human brain as like watching.
What?
There could be 20.
If you're not a scientist, nigga,
20
you don't
killers
plan
on
to
the
be
run.
one. I hate when I'm getting fun facts from a nigga at McDonald's about these dinosaurs. Nigga, how you gonna upgrade from being working here, bro? What are you planning on? You living right now. You lost in the sauce, homie. There's no way. I really get bothered by that. I always. I ain't no
So you-
scientist. I want to watch dinosaurs.
You don't think people can learn like about planets and stuff like that?
But for what? Are you trying to
Just
pursue
'cause
that?
interest about it, like
Oh,
interest
man.
about like
you
what's
can learn.
out there.
I know a little bit of dinosaurs. I know a T-Rex and a long neck. Is that what that motherfucker called? And I'm good.
I think you're
A
talking about
brontosaurus.
brontosaurus.
See, look, they know the name. Y'all watching it. Y'all the niggas I'm talking about I don't like.
That was on Jurassic Park. You can
For
watch
real.
Jurassic Park.
And I
to
never
find that
listened.
out.
I was just looking. I never listened to them on Jurassic Park. I just watched.
Oh, see, you just be watching stuff.
That's
you
why I don't
need to
watch
be
it.
retaining
I used
the
to see it like,
information.
this ain't something I'm not going to retain from this.
Yeah, but I'm saying more so like stuff that's detrimental. Like, you creating trauma within yourself. Like, oh,
Most
damn,
definitely.
people was dying like this, and you just sitting here watching. Or like, damn, there's really bad people like this in this world, and you just watching it. And now your kid going out to hang out with his friends, and all you thinking is, yo, you good? Hey, you haven't called me in 10 minutes. And you creating that for what?
In your
Like,
own head,
why
you
is that so
right.
interesting
I
to
like
you?
that. Yeah, that's true.
But my kid going to have to learn the streets and not about dinosaurs out in the fucking streets. I can teach him that instead of telling watch out for the T-Rex around the corner. I'm not trying to do that. I got to give him something to make he's living here.
But
I don't know. I'm not knocking on it. That's
I
what
said
think
that
about.
before. I said this before, and I'll say it again about like stuff like that. I feel like that could take part in why people could go out there and want to do that. You know what I mean? Seeing that it's real, seeing that the attention behind it, like when certain mass murderers are glorified in the public eye. People, kids that are starving for attention might see that as a way of getting attention.
Because to your point, like, again, I keep bringing up like pastimes, but like in the 90s, people wasn't doing, or, you know, it started to potentially roll out people doing that, but it was more like serial killers and like under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, that's all, it's no serial killers. That's all people do. And I feel like, hey, we know who did Route 91.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name one of the people that was in that shit though? You know, like it's like people be remembering the shooter now as opposed to the victims, you know? And I feel like within that could spark somebody's brain like, okay.
That's that Call of Duty shit y'all be playing though. Because that one person, you don't remember how many kills he got. That's why everybody paying attention to that one person.
You think that's why
you got
he did
20
that,
kills tonight, nigga. I'm telling you, that's why they do it like that.
I don't even pay attention to the person who won on Call of Duty.
Man,
like that.
y'all, that's why I don't play the games either, man.
Oh, you think the games take part in that?
I think games do have a significant part because the GTA shit that these kids are playing, they really are living there. It's like they come home and like they go meet their gang on there. They all kicking it. They gonna pull up. They really living that thug life on there.
Really?
Yeah, the role play servers. You ain't never seen the role play servers,
cousin. It's crazy.
No,
it's wild out here. They got real life gangs in the game, and these kids really out here like really on that.
I think it all depends on how you're utilizing whatever thing that you're utilizing. Like if you're on a game and you just use it and you know that it's just supposed to be like a fun thing, then it's not gonna be anything more than that. But if you take it to more than that, to where it's something serious for you and you're like living through the game, then maybe.
Check this out though. You know why it started becoming serious to these kids? Because they gotta put money into that game now. They gotta have the flyers clothes on there. I'm putting money. So they're really invested in, unlike how we used to be, you know, get our cheat codes and put that in. Now these kids are buying the skins on there. They buying the flyers clothes. So these kids are really fully invested in this game. They done put like hundreds already in this video game that they're just playing all day.
Right. And what you think that bleeds into though? It bleeds into who they are here, you know, like in the present. Because we even brought it up, like kids not even trick-or-treating and stuff. They trying to get home on the iPad in front of the game. Like that's their whole.
We sound old.
But that's and this is from somebody who's in that industry, bro. But I see it like kids don't even like this kid could be so good at a video game. He's 18 years old. He don't even know how to shake a hand because from 12 to 18 he was just doing that his whole life. Fact, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's why. Well, I put a lot of money into some games I play, but I still just take it as a game. If I love the game, it's just for the love of the game. But I have noticed that some people like online, it seems like, I mean, I get it. Everybody wants to win the game, but it seems like the competition is like at an all-time high online.
Oh yeah.
It's like all you're about is winning. So you will try to destroy. If you losing, you get mad. So many people will get like crazy online just because they taking L's.
But it's because it's becoming an industry now.
Yeah.
And people want to be similarly how we all was hooping in the schoolyard and shit, because we all trying to, we watching N1 mixtape, we watching the NBA, like that, damn, we could make it like this. Now everyone objective is to become a pro gamer, bro. I could be like the best Fortnite player. I could be, you know, and it's just trending more towards that now, where that's what everybody want to become.
Yeah, which is so crazy because it kind of absorbs the fun out of it. Because everybody's doing it in a pro sense. So when you do it in a pro sense, you're not even, you know, like you're not even doing it out of enjoyment no more. People's gonna use the best players on the games, the best characters. They're only gonna play the best stats, best combos, stuff like that. So it's like you're not even enjoying the game. There's this many more characters to use, but you're only focusing on this bunch because these are the ones the pros use.
But that's the whole idea behind it. They, like he said, they live in there.
Oh yeah.
So everything in our world we can see is turning into artificial.
Yeah.
Yo, that nigga
so they're taking the life out of it. You feel me? They're just going home and they really in them cities. They really in their cars. They really in them parks hooping.
Yeah.
So it's more real. That's why they're making everything more real. You can buy the clothes. You can do this. You can do that.
Because you can't do it. You
They've
can't afford
even
it now.
found a way to make you pay for stuff that literally is on the game. You're
Exactly.
buying shoes for yourself and you on the game.
Exactly, yeah. Just like Trey is in here.
Trey saying that, yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about his
His
kid
son,
that
yep.
buys
Yep.
all the clothes and stuff. He said his avatar be fly, but he was like, you can buy that stuff in real life, but he don't
But
want
in
to.
his head, because everybody's on the game,
He
so
said-
this is real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Trey said his son
Yeah.
is the shit in that video game.
Mm-hmm.
He said just in real life though, he just. He don't do
That's
that like
real
that.
life to
That's
them.
wild. Exactly.
AI is the biggest thing on the rise
It's
right now.
wild.
Artificial intelligence. They started with us with avatars. That was the beginning.
Mm.
Fix it up how you want. Hair, freckles, colors. It's you.
And that was like one of the topics y'all were talking about, how, like living through your kids. You know what I'm saying? Because Trey, perfect example, how he's like, I'm not going to do that to my son. Like, I can do all this for him, can be fly and all that, but if he don't want that, I'm not going to force that on him. You know what I'm saying? So that topic you were talking about earlier, how you say it?
Vicariously, where you live vicariously through
Yeah,
your kid.
yeah. Like you were talking about that 6 foot, something like a 6
Well, just like
kid.
like parents.
Why parents do that?
Because
shit?
we was even, what was the initial, like just being envious of your kids.
Oh,
I think on the opposite
envious.
side.
There we go.
Yeah,
Envious parents.
because they grow up and they, my bad. They potentially more successful than you or things. Now on the opposite side of that, when they growing up, man, you know, you necessarily wasn't able to be the
Great.
best football player.
Yeah.
But your kid, you know, he got the genetics and everything, and you want him to be this person, and he don't really want to do it. He just want to play the video game all day. You know, it's those certain things. But yeah,
You think parents can be envious of their kids?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
People.
yeah, I think anybody could be envious of
Yeah,
anybody.
people are people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the big things is envy. A lot of people would be. I think envy is like one of the most prominent like destroyers of a person.
Definitely, yeah.
That's I be feeling like it's not them being envious. I feel like they just intimidated by their kid.
I mean,
No, you can be envious of your kid.
But
Like
that's
I can see
wild.
like some parents will see like their kids striving at certain things or doing certain things, and they'll be envious of it and start to, oh, you shouldn't be out there doing that, or you shouldn't do that. Hate on their kids.
Right.
It happens.
What I wanted to say about the Trey thing is that it's a difference in instilling something in your child and then, you know, putting something in your child or trying to live through your, you know, live your life.
Live through your child,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Instilling how you feel like your child should dress. You know, some people feel like they should dress casual or business or whatever the case may be. I don't think that, like he said, you want a son to be fly, but I'm not going to put that on my son.
Mm-hmm.
I get that part, but if you feel like, hey, this is how men do this or this how I was raised and da-da-da-da-da, that's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah, no, I don't think that is either. And at the same time, he was saying like he just letting them.
But what
form
if
his
your
own
kid?
being.
What if your
You know what I'm
kid
saying?
doesn't want to wear what you tell them? Like, say if you say,
When did all this freedom get in the middle of structure? Structure is structure. Parents are parents.
but I mean, as far as like clothes though, like that, I think that's one of
Eventually, you'll grow into a person
Mhm.
that finds yourself.
right.
But I don't believe that a parent is telling a child or their child for sure anything wrong
When do you
to where
think?
they should be questioned.
When do you think someone find, like, what's the age where someone could find themselves?
Kids find themselves in different ages. I got 8, so.
But that, yeah, and so that, but that, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I think we're kind of getting to an era now where more people have grown up and understood, like, they've had to deal with past traumas from that supposed structure. And I'm not saying it can't be structure, but I feel like at times it was just a discipline to,
That
to
sounds
structure.
like force,
Right.
and not structure. Structure
Right, yeah,
is,
but-
hey,
yeah,
you
of course.
should demand and shake a firm hand.
Right.
That's structure.
Yeah.
Force, you need to do this. You should.
Right.
That's something totally
Yeah,
different.
Yeah.
But that's why I brought up the suggestion of like, what if they don't want to? Like, if you were like to be like, for example, like, say we had the crop top situation with Ashley when she was on the show, right? She said she wouldn't allow her kid to wear it. Like if he's a boy, he wants to wear it, she wouldn't allow him to wear it. And we were like, why? Like, why wouldn't you? Like, what if that's something he wanted to wear? What if it's in fashion now? Men back in the days used to wear it. So it's like, what's the problem with him wearing it now? If it's not, offensive or hurting anybody. He just wants to wear it. So if you were like, I want you to dress this way, and he was just like, well, I like this. I want to wear this. Would you have a problem with what he would have on or what he wanted to wear?
If I thought that it was inappropriate for a man or a male to wear, most definitely, because it's not about what he wants. Again, this is about structure. He'll get it. There'll be a time in life where he can do whatever the heck he pleases.
Mm-hmm.
But as a child, you're given instructions for structure.
Mm-hmm.
How long until they're a child?
From grade school until up. Until what? Until you can say, you don't just tell your mom, I don't want to wash those dishes. I don't want to wear that. You have to give some type of logic behind that. Now, if he's saying like, hey, Dad, that's what we wear at football practice or something like that. Well, go ahead, boy, get up out of here. But we don't, you know what I mean? That's something different. But you don't just say, I don't want to do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he's saying, you're saying wear this, and he's saying, well, I want to wear this instead because this is what the kids is wearing. You know, like, because fashion, the way I see fashion, and that's why it's such a slippery slope for me, is because fashion is so broad sense and it's changing all the time. And that's why I say, like, men back in the day used to wear crop tops. Men in the 60s used to wear high heels. Men in the olden days used to wear wigs and stuff like that. But it's constantly changing. So what the fashion may be now may not be something that somebody would be like, oh, yeah, this is what men wear. You know, like when we were growing up, men couldn't wear pink. So if we were wearing a pink shirt, people would be like, oh, you can't wear that. And it's like, but the kids are starting to wear this now. Like, this is starting to be in fashion. Cameron.
But there would be, and then that's what I was going to say. It's certain variables because not everybody did that. Not every man wore crop tops. And the masses for sure didn't. So when we're talking about the masses. You're going to have the ones that, of course, want to do this or dress like that. Mm-hmm. But when you're teaching structure, you're teaching the basics. Like, that's fine. That all the kids are wearing that. Your mom will tell you, so if they jump off a bridge, you're going to jump off the bridge too?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't. And I think like doing the dishes, shaking hands, making eye contact, saying thank you when somebody get like. I feel like those are things that you can instill. But as far as like how a kid wants to dress and how they feel like they find their own identity, I feel like that's up to them though. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I feel like that's their own creative freedom. Yeah. You know?
It's such a tricky thing when it comes to clothing because it's so hard to like be like, you can't wear this and you can't wear that because the fashion industry changes so much and there's so much things that's brought in to the fashion industry to where it's like, oh, this is in now, or kids are wanting to wear this, or some kid might feel more comfortable like wearing this or wearing that. And then if you just be like, no, then it's going to kind of be like, oh, dang, well.
But it isn't. Uniform schools have been around a lot longer than these public schools wearing whatever you like.
But uniforms is like for
structure.
No, before a certain hour of time in school. You know, once you leave that school, that kid's gonna be able to dress however they want.
Where is a kid wearing his 90? Where are they at 90% of the day with their clothes that they don't want to wear something that they would want to wear something else? They're at school.
Well, I think, and even in public school, you have dress codes, so you can't wear like booty shorts and shit.
Nowadays, we just said back in the day though, you had
back in the day they didn't have
uniform. Your uniform.
They were smoking cigarettes at the motherfucker.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like within structure though, that I would, within the confines of what the rules are of what you can even wear to school, because I'm not letting you wear 3 different. Like, unless you're going to buy the clothes. Like, this is what I'm buying.
There you go, the buying part.
Yeah, like, if you're going to supply the clothes, cool. You could wear whatever the fuck you want.
But that's what I'm affording. That's what I'm paying for.
Yeah, and hey, if this is your style and it's within the confines of the rules at your school, cool. I'm cool with it. But, like, and I think that's to your point. Like, just creating that relationship with your kids where they understand, like, yo, there's going to be a respect. And as long as you respect me, I'm going to respect you. And we could figure out what you want to do within that, you know?
And I'm just playing devil's advocate.
For sure.
I feel like it's such a cliche with the boy in the tank top because if your daughter comes to you and says, Dad, every girl is wearing these little booty shorts with their cheeks hanging out, you're not going to be like, okay, you do what you want. Okay.
I for me, I'm
You're
a little
not.
different. I'm different in that. Like I would have, like I haven't had kids yet, but when I have kids, I wanted to create a relationship of like full transparency. Like, how you feeling? Why you want to wear this? These certain things.
But did you just feel the difference from when I said it from about a boy to a girl?
Yeah,
but
we
with
always
both of
got
those,
the
I would have those
understanding.
conversations.
It's
But
our
with both of
daughter, we
those, I
gonna have
would.
that.
Yeah, but with both of those, I would have.
But where
same-
would the line be drawn then? Because I just gave you a prime.
Yeah, 'cause I
there's
think with-
every girl out here now wearing booty shorts.
Well,
The
I
dudes
think.
too.
I think there's, and I don't want, and like I said, I don't like to be too definitive.
Right.
But I think within the conversation I would have with the younger girl, daughter, is more so the exploitation of, sexualities and shit like that, Whereas, again, it could happen with boys too. I'm not saying it can't. But, like, as far as, like, booty showing, same. If you was wearing, if it was, my son was wearing booty shorts and he got some showing, like, it's the same thing.
I guess
She ain't
I'm
wearing
asking-
that shit around me.
Okay, I guess I'm
She
asking,
not.
would
No.
you give her permission?
To wear her ass out, because a nigga
She's-
like
of
me
course
gonna
she's
come
pull him down
around.
when she's at the house, but as soon as she's
Oh,
outside
she
and
rolling-
she's
that's
picking up
outside
the
though.
phone.
Yeah, that's outside
But
though.
I'm just saying,
No,
these are
if-
the shorts, so you're allowing it then.
No, because we won't know what she do outside.
You
She
don't
gonna show us
have
the
to-
link. She gonna show us the link that we want to see in the crib. When she get out, she gonna roll that
You're
bitch
talking-
up, man.
See, okay, y'all don't have daughters.
Yeah.
okay. You're talking about your daughter though. It don't matter.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that's
but
what
to
irritates
his
me.
but to
It's
his
gonna
point
be-
though, as far as not knowing outside, she could easily put on jeans over those booty shorts, walk out. You drop her off at school, and they coming off going in the backpack.
But that's what I'm saying. When
Yeah.
you know what's going on.
But I think having showing a lot of skin, like having your cheeks out, is different than wearing a crop top. As far as like
Oh
clothing.
man, okay. Back
Clothing
the
goes.
crop top for men. Would you be okay with your son wearing a crop top?
I've worn cut off T-shirts playing basketball and football. A crop top like a girl's crop top? No.
No, what do you mean? What's considered a girl's crop top? What you
I
talking
just
about crop
said
top?
it. There's a crop tops.
You
are
talking just for the
girls.
sport. You talking
I've
just for the
cut
sport.
shirts myself, like the men that Suave's talking about from back in the day. It wasn't like a crop top like a woman wore. That's not what. That's
Okay.
No,
what
but
you're
there's like
saying.
crop tops in
this
style right
here.
now.
This right here is literally a crop,
That's a crop top.
sweater.
Yeah, but so like,
I mean-
but when you say crop top, when we look up crop top, it's gonna be a woman that pops up with a crop top.
But I mean, they still call them.
but
crop
okay, that's what I'm
shirts,
saying.
yeah.
I wasn't thinking this stuff.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
like
saying?
crop top. I went to the store like a week ago, and there was I went to Vans, and there was a dude in there, and he had belly button showing. It was that type of crop top.
That's a different type of crop top. I'm sure he wasn't just a regular type of male.
No, I mean it was just a crop top though. Like that's like crop top is essentially cutting the seam right here, and
it
this
goes
comes up.
like
Yeah.
higher than. Yeah, like
And
what's
there's
his name?
different varieties of it. Like a crop top could go here. A crop top could go
I'm
here.
giving you an example of what I'm saying.
You're talking about the women.
When they're no. I'm saying what you said. What would I accept my son? Like think of when football players or basketball players, athletes have their T-shirts cut above their six packs and they're working out or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm accepting.
Mm-hmm.
Any type of crop top that looks like it should be on a woman, I'm not accepting my son wearing it.
Okay.
I'm not condoning it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna snatch it off of him.
Yeah.
We can have a conversation, but that's I'm not condoning it.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't allow that.
You're not paying for that.
No.
That's
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Yeah, forcing the clothes on.
Yeah. No, he can do as he please, but I'm gonna imply the structure
Absolutely.
that has to be that.
Absolutely. Everybody needs structure.
Hold on, wait. Trey said a couple things on here. Let me read them off real quick. He said, kids need freedom too. Plenty of parents tell kids wrong stuff. I wonder what that was. I don't know what that one was for. Plenty of parents tell kids wrong stuff. Do you know what that's?
I think that's towards the structure, like I was saying, where it's like every house has structure, but sometimes it could be, just a parent in their own ways, how they was raised. Like things can change,
Oh, and then he said, yeah, then you're teaching all kids to be normal. So I guess that goes with the structure thing. And then who's raising innovators? I don't know what that one was too.
The structure in your household
raising
isn't the
innovators?
structure in my household. The structure in his household isn't the structure in his household.
Right.
So you'll never be normal. Or all
There you
kids
go.
will never be the same or normal.
That's real.
How?
I get what he's saying on that one. Because they're always going to be different. Because it comes
Your
from this
mom
house.
raised you different. And your mom and my auntie were, we didn't have the same.
But I guess the normal would go back to what you guys were saying about the masses situation or conversation, right? Wouldn't normal be considered what the masses accept?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, what is your masses?
Well, I mean, there would be only one masses because I can't say like, what's my masses.
My religion, I go off based off my religion, or you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My peers, where I come from in the streets, we don't do that like that over here.
Mm-hmm.
What are you? My mom and my dad, just my mom and my dad, or?
No, I'm just talking about in general. Like as far as normal goes, there's a normal that's set as far as like what people say the masses would consider as normal, right?
But I just gave you an example. If we all in a different household, it can't be what's a normal, because you had structure, I had structure, but it's all different.
With structure, usually a lot of people don't become innovators because the structure's been this all they get to know, and it's hard for them to think outside of the box because this is what they know.
Or they just hide it all from you. And,
they do it later or some
right,
shit throughout life when they become rebellious. 'Cause that's what
Yeah.
we like to do.
Suave's asking like, wouldn't the normal be like what the masses like? What with any structure, like it would be the same thing type of thing. But what I'm telling you, like his mom, her sister, they all
like
got
you said,
boys.
I understand what you're saying. Everybody
and they
was
all
different
were
in every
raised
house.
different, but the moms, his mom, his auntie, they all had the same structure, or it came from the same. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But their boys were all raised different.
Fact.
What do you mean? You're saying that like as far as you're relaying like our families, saying that like how we were raised, like basically how
your household,
how all of our households were raised differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think there would still be like a sense of normalcy that goes within a household, but it just all depends. Like some parents are less lenient on what's normal, so they would be like, okay, you don't need to do this. Everybody may want you to, but I don't need you to do that. You know what I mean? So some parents aren't conforming their child to live the way of the normal that people will push them to live. They'll be like, you can do whatever you want. Like, for example, like going back to the clothing, some people will push and be like, you need to dress this way because this is normal. But then some parents will be like, oh no, like what makes you feel okay? You don't need to dress how all these other people are telling you how to dress. How do you want to dress? And I think those are the parents that are helping their children to not conform to a normal way of living. Like you don't have to live and be like everybody else.
What's wrong with the normal way of living?
Nothing.
It was already said. Oh, okay.
But there's nothing wrong with either, in my opinion.
But and then when you said that, you have a militant man, and then you have a hood man.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be two different things.
Two different ways of living, or two different
types of structure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like when you say one doesn't really care about this, that, and third. So, but it's still different, but it's still structure.
Mm-hmm.
You got an Uncle Ronnie, and then you got a Major Payne type of dad.
Right. But I mean, I would say that's structure, and that's
they
not
both
really
feel like they know what a man looks like.
Yeah. But I would say that's more like one's giving you structure in an army sense, and one's giving you structure in a different sense, but it's still structure. I don't think that's saying that it's normal. But they're saying that he's saying this is how I work, this is what I do, this is how I live. Right. And he's showing you structure as far as how he lives, but he's not saying that this is normal. He's saying this is what I do.
How? Wait.
Hold on, y'all.
How is what you do not normal? Wait a minute.
He's saying this is how I live. What I do might not be considered normal.
To who?
What I'm wearing right now, you would not consider that normal, right?
To who? No, I would. Why wouldn't I?
Well, you just was saying the whole thing about crop top.
But he said he said a girl crop top. He has a different picture of a crop top.
You keep saying a crop top. That's a crop top sweater.
But okay, quick question. If it was a perceived woman's crop top, would that make the person wearing it not a man?
Or not normal?
Yes. If it says for a woman and you're a man, why do I have to say that's not normal? It doesn't say for men and women.
I think, like for me, I don't know. Like I said, I just don't be so defend. Because for instance, like
I'm not defend. I'm not like
no. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you are either.
We're trying to normalize something that's not normal. It says for women, and you're trying to wear it. That's fine, but that's just whoever made it put a label on it and said they made it for women.
Yeah, right. But I think you could look at what 50 Cent was wearing in 2002 and be like,
of course, because you're a person, but that does not go over the fact.
But that's what I'm saying. It's more so just like a perceive. If this is something that person wants to wear, it's within them as the person. Like, this is what makes me comfortable.
Right.
It doesn't change them.
What makes you comfortable, don't make that normal, because it makes you comfortable. We're not denying your comfortability, but we're not going. We can't make it normal. Because it makes you comfortable. It wasn't designed that way.
And I don't think with the normal thing, I wasn't even talking to that. I mean more so just towards the structure and things like that, where it's considered like, hey, within our confines of what I deem respectful, and here you can't wear that. You know?
Do we not have unisex clothing and wearing?
Sure.
Okay. So is it not disrespectful to the person who designed that? Maybe.
I don't think it would be disrespectful, though. I don't think it would be disrespectful.
That could be a new fashion statement.
Yeah.
For instance,
but they make unisex wearing. And yes, this is just my opinion.
No, yeah. Unbiased opinion show. Unbiased opinion.
They make unisex clothing. So if you're an artist and you make something and they say, "Oh no, this is X, Y, and Z," and you're like, "No, it's that. I made that. It's that. I'm saying it's that."
So do you think some of the clothes that Prince would wear back in the day would be disrespectful to the clothing?
We're going to one thing, and
some of the clothing that he wore would be considered women's clothing.
Like Kid Cudi 3 years ago wore a dress.
That was wild.
I'm saying, like, does that make him less of a man? Just because he's wearing a dress?
We're not taking away from them as
I
men.
would
we're
think
talking
that
about
from back,
what's normal and what's not. That's all.
Yeah.
We're not taking away from them as men, fathers, brothers.
I think it's straight for me.
None of that.
I think it's straight for me with the normal talk, because I'm more so talking to it from an aspect.
I hear you, Jordan,
just from an aspect of raising a son or raising a daughter. Your daughter want to dress like a tomboy. You're not really fucking with it. Your son think Barbies are cool at a young age. You're not fucking with it, you know? Whereas this is something that they find fun or things of that, and you think within your structure that you could decline that, you know, just because you think you could change them with your structure, as opposed to, in my opinion, I think it more so is going to suppress.
It's going to be hidden.
Right. Yeah. Or suppress them until they at a point where either they build up, you know, resentment towards you, or as opposed to you think you're creating a standard for them, and it's just making them suppress who they actually are.
Well, let me be the first to tell you, with kids, they do that regardless.
Yeah.
Saying that, say a kid wants to wear stuff and you're against what they're wearing, right? Mm-hmm. But if we're going off of what you're saying, as far as like it being people's normal, what if that's that kid's normal? What if they're like, this is what I feel my normal is. This is how I feel.
That's when it goes back to structure. I was just about to say that to Jordan. Even though the kid's saying that when you're walking through the store, as a father, as a human, as an older person, I'm gonna say, well, no, those are for women. These are for the boys. Both can wear these. You want to give them that's fine. It's gonna be a time where they have that free will. We're not taking that from them. But you got to tell them the real.
That was really good.
This says women's section. You can't just go over that.
I'm not saying go over it. I'm just saying if
we're not denying that.
If a kid's saying I want to wear, I'm just saying if a kid's saying that I want to wear this and you don't want to, and you don't want, and you're against what they're wearing, and they're saying, but this is what I really want to wear, and they're persistent on it, wouldn't that be considered their normal? This is what they want.
Again, it sounds like you're talking about a teenager and not a child, because a child's not going to fight you like that. Like he said, now if this is an older kid and they're buying it and they want that bad, I'm not arguing with a kid. I'm thinking of a child.
Okay, so you're thinking of a little
like 5, 6, 7, 8. They know what they want to wear, but they don't really know the ways of the world. Now, 14, 15, 16 years old, I'm not really debating with you on what you want to wear.
Okay.
But my question more so with it, so you take your kid to the toy aisle and they see the women's, the Barbies, they see the men's, the Tonka trucks, they see the unisex shit, and you explain that to them, and they like, cool, I still want this though. Like, this looks fun to me. What is the detriment of allowing your kid to play with that?
Well, as a father, first of all, I would want to know, why does your son think that Barbie dolls are fun? What are you doing as a man in the house that's making your son think that Barbie dolls are okay?
What is, I don't know if there's anything that, like that.
Or what is he watching? It has to be. It doesn't just, kids don't just conjure up these things, bro.
Yeah.
I used to have He-Man fucking my sister's Barbies. That's when I was playing with Barbies.
I think
doing that little weird shit with the toys.
But that's what I'm saying. For there to be an insinuation that it's of like what the parent has done, it could be that's because that's what I'm saying. You could have been in that situation where you taking him and then he has friends who play with it. He go over to his homie house and all his and his homie all have sisters and they be playing it upstairs and he was playing with them, so he think, okay, this is cool, I'm gonna bring mine next time. So then once you take him to the store, he like, hey, cool, can we get this? And you like, nah, this is for girls, let's get you here. And he like, no, but I really want this, so when I go back over here I could, you know what I'm saying? It's
unless your son is a day old, I would hope that you've installed some other things to where that wouldn't just stick in his head like that from the first time. When is he going?
But why is that such a bad thing?
Who said it was a bad thing? I'm questioning you now, though. I'm never saying that's a bad thing. Yeah. But these things are a chain of a reaction of things.
Right.
It doesn't just happen.
I don't think it's necessarily a reaction of things all the time in all scenarios. Like, it could just be a kid saw a Barbie on the floor and just was like, this looks cool, I want to play with it. It doesn't necessarily need to be something that a man of the house did or
no. I don't mean like that type of action. I just mean like a scenario of things that led up to this.
Led
this path. Because if he's watching football and he's around tools and he's not gonna just look at Barbie. He'll look at Barbie, but you feel me? He'll.
But I feel like curiosity is a thing, though. It don't got to be something you've grew up on, and all of a sudden, like, I'll go to the store even today and be like, yo, I ain't never seen this before. Oh, I wonder if like this shirt right here. Like, I never wore a collar like this before. I seen it in the store. I'm like, hey, let me go try it on. Okay, this look pretty cool. Not
Jordan,
really something
how
I wore
many
before.
Barbies did you want to play with growing up?
None, but I'm saying from the aspect.
How many heels did you want to try on, Jordan? So curiosity does not run that deep.
I remember being younger. I remember being younger and trying on my mom's shoes and shit though. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I was just younger. Yeah.
Okay.
That's different.
But what does that, it made y'all both go like this? What does that mean though?
I don't know how we got to this topic. That's why I'm like,
I don't think that's different.
No, because I'm just saying, as a young kid,
I'm telling you, I lean back because I've never had that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
which is,
I got 3 cousins in this room, and I don't think they've ever tried on their mom's shoes.
Okay, I mean, but
that you asking me why? But I'm just telling you.
Yeah, right. And I'm just saying from the aspect, but I still love coochie. I still, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it don't mean nothing.
You keep going at it as if these things take away from your manhood. I never said that.
No, I'm just saying from a kid who I feel like it can suppress
these things yet.
I feel like a kid does, bro.
How?
Because they're human beings.
I have children. Unless you sit down and talk to your children about these things, they only know what YouTube and the tablet and everything else is telling them. The kids at school.
I mean,
they don't know these things.
I was a child myself, and I know what I knew, and I knew, like, from conversations with parents where they would say, "Oh no, you don't know that," or "Oh, you want to do that? That's cool." You know what I'm saying?
So did you really know, or were you curious? You didn't know.
I mean, even today, as 32 years old, there's times I don't know. But if I'm raising somebody, or if you're in a household where you raising people, you have to act like you know everything, you know. Or I'm not gonna say you have to act like you know everything, but of course you have more experience, so you're not gonna or the typical person isn't gonna say, "Oh, you 10 years old, you don't have as much experience as me, so I'm not gonna hear you on that," you know.
You saying they're not gonna do that?
The typical parent in their 30s.
We need a new topic, y'all.
No, I'm just curious where it's gonna get to. Like, I'm curious where it's going.
I hear him.
Yeah.
I just mean in the spectrum of, like, I feel like we live in this world from 1 to 18. you under this household, this is what it's gonna be. I'm not really trying to hear what you saying. I'm just saying more so kids at 9, 10, 11, they're smarter than what we think they are.
I mean, but you're saying that, but
that's all I'm saying.
Jordan, how many of your male cousins tried on heels and stuff growing up?
I don't ask those questions.
It's not for you to ask. These are things that
Yeah,
come on as a man. How many men do you think try on heels?
I'm sure more. I'm sure more
that people do, but we're talking about.
They weren't men at that age, though.
You know what I mean?
I get what he's saying. They weren't men at that age, though.
Right.
When you're trying on the hills.
So if you don't know, that's fine. I'm not taking that. But you saying like, oh, I tried on that and I still like coochie. You're still a boy, so you don't even know anything about being a man to feel like. But
that's my point. And going to the aisle and saying no, you can't play with it. Like what? That's so more so my question.
Like you're aware of this at that age, so you knew that putting on these shoes was a bad thing. Then
no.
So
I'm saying from your point of view, where if you was there in the aisle with the kid and the kid said they wanted to play with this. And then no understanding the curiosity and the unknowingness or them not being able to put gender labels on something. So you're creating that gender label for them. What is that point? That's what I'm saying.
Well, really, I'm not, because Barbie and dolls are on their separate aisle, just like boy toys and stuff are on their separate aisle.
Right, and he still wants those because he's not associating pink or long hair or those things as something that he can't partake
I wouldn't
in.
walk my son down the Barbie aisle.
Okay, but that's not part of the debate. I'm just saying.
How did you get on the Barbie? Because
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is you walking by it and your kid wants that, and you don't want your kid to have that. You would rather stray him and say, "Hey, have this." The only thing I'm asking is, what does that do?
Nothing.
Okay, then I don't get the point of telling him he can't have that.
You still kiss girls, and you were told that as a young boy not to kiss girls. So what did it do?
That was a curiosity. He was talking, why can't I do this? So you tell them they can't play with this. And
but always curiosity isn't something like someone telling you can't do it.
It's not.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't know how else to ask the question. I feel like my question is more so, what is the point of saying, no, you can't, I'm not buying you this. I'm not doing this.
I hear what your argument is, but it's like
it's not even an argument. I was asking a question.
No, yeah, most definitely. I hear your point.
Steaming. He said my brain steaming. No. I get it though. I get where you guys are coming from. It's a good debate.
Yeah, most definitely.
I feel like where it's going.
Jordan always.
Because for like I have a niece and nephew right now, 3 years old, 2 years old. My nephew, for some reason, likes all his big sister shoes. Pink Crocs, silver boots and shit. For what?
Because he don't have it.
Oh, it could be that. You know, it's no telling. But or there could be a parent who's like, you're not wearing this. You're not wearing this. These are pink shoes. You can't wear those.
Well, you just named 2 unisex shoes.
I mean, they're pink.
I mean, the color you can't really. I wouldn't say anything off the color of Croc. That's
but that's your own
like
self perception of it. I'm just saying, because I'm not even just saying you in this situation. I'm saying a parent who bought their daughter shoes and the son wants to wear them. The parent perceives them as girls' shoes and is upset that the son wants to wear them. Why you want to wear pink shoes? I got you these blue ones. Why you want to wear these silver boots? I got you black ones.
Envy.
You know,
envy.
See, the thing with structure, and this is what one of my, like, this is why it's so confusing of like trying to instill structure on somebody. Like, I feel like if you try to instill a structure on somebody of like, this is how you be a man, right? As this kid grows older, if they feel like they're not living up to that, they're going to feel less of a man. And they're going to start to question, well, why am I not like, well, why can't, even if it's something small as far as like, them maybe being on a rocker vibe, on a goth vibe, and they like their nails painted, and you say, oh yeah, you shouldn't paint your nails. That's not. Instilling that structure will make them feel, oh dang, I'm starting to feel like I'm not a man because this person's telling me this is how I gotta live to be a man, and I'm not living up to that. And there's no explanation as far as like, well, you can do this. You're still a man if you do this. This doesn't take away from your manhood if you do this. So I think that's one of the tricky things about instilling structure. And not saying that you can't instill a structure, but I feel like there has to be some conversation as far as like when a kid wants to do something that's outside of the normal, where there's a conversation to be had to where you be like, okay, well, why do you want to do this? Or let me understand this. Because then you're actually trying to at least get an understanding of the kid to be like, hey, you're not weird for, or you're not less of a man for wanting to, or having an interest in. Like, say they take an interest in, I don't know, like fashion. A lot of people say men aren't in fashion, but say if it's a dude, I'm interested in fashion, and you like, well, that's not really a man thing to do.
Well, that's an opinion.
But there's still people that will instill that.
Most definitely.
If we're going by a structure of a person, specific people have specific structures on the way that they see manhood. So that still could be detrimental depending on how a person sees their structure that they want to put on their child.
But I think you're putting a lot on it by saying it could be detrimental because of how somebody feels.
That can be detrimental.
And when did that become more important than me telling you the facts?
I would say it's detrimental from my perspective personally, because when I was growing up, so many people were getting on me for certain things. My voice, my everything. I was, oh, you're not a man because you talk too proper. Oh, you're not a man because I had my sweater around my waist.
You were not a man, so them telling you you're not a man didn't even make sense. If they're telling you this is how you should be, this is how men do, this is how men speak, that's okay.
In school, they were telling you that?
In school, Uncle Ronnie told me something that hurt me to my soul, because I had a freaking sweater around my waist, and he was like, don't you ever do that. Don't you ever do that. That's what girls do. And I'm just like.
But you weren't even at the age of being a man though, right there.
But
I mean, I
if you go down to the line of right now, people are doing that right now.
He danced with that shit. You were a dancer.
People are doing that right now. So to tell somebody that as a kid, of course that's detrimental to the kid, because now you're thinking like, dang, there's something wrong with me.
But no, every kid does not hear that and think, oh my goodness, there's something wrong with me. Some kids be like, what? Oh.
I think
and take off running. You can't make it seem like because you took it that way.
There's a lot of kids
There's
a lot of kids that take it that way.
Take what that way?
That take that type, telling somebody that way as an attack.
A kid would have to already be thinking another way in order to feel some way.
I was not thinking another way when Uncle Ronnie told me that. And I'm telling you this from personal experience. As a kid, I'm out there doing kid stuff with the kids, and he took me out of that element. But he brought me to a realism
because he said, "Don't take that sweater off your waist." That's what girls do. If that hurts you to the core, that's a problem in itself, though, cousin. That should not bother you like that as a kid.
I don't think we should validate what he's saying by.
But no, I'm talking about as a kid.
Like he's supposedly a grown man.
I said like that. I said you saying that it was detrimental to you then as a kid. That Uncle Ronnie said something to you one time that was like, it wasn't even like really personal. It was just in general.
No, I'm saying you can't mitigate how he feels.
Yeah,
what you're trying to say.
I didn't say he couldn't feel. I said you shouldn't. Detrimental is a different type of feeling.
But you're saying
no, but you're still telling he can't be that. That's mitigating how he felt in that moment.
Yeah, I think you're
mitigating his.
He said it's detrimental for kids, though.
It was detrimental for him, is what he said. He said it could be detrimental to other kids. It could be
detrimental to other kids.
To hear from somebody you look up to highly tell you something is wrong with you, what you're doing. Yeah, you're going to put your head down.
Exactly.
We change up, we tighten
somebody that you look up to, somebody that's supposed to be like a role model to you, your uncle is telling you, don't do this, but you're thinking, this is normal, this doesn't have a problem with it. They take you out of that, what you think is normal, that you've been doing, and it's normal to you, and they take you out of that and put you in this realism to be like, hey, you can't do this because this is what girls do, and they single you out, and they yell at you for it.
Yeah, I
as a punishment. So you're not. It's not like he was
you just went from him telling you something as an uncle to him yelling at you as a punishment.
No, he was yelling at me. He said, "Yo, come here! Don't you ever do that again! Take that off your waist! What's wrong with you?" He was really getting on my head. He was yelling at me. Everybody was there that was like around me that day.
And still, I play basketball. I come from sports. So coaches tell me stuff and get constructive criticism all the time, yell at you, and You what?
We needed that.
You what?
Because if he don't yell at you,
You
that means I
what?
ain't doing no right. Like that means I can't grow no more. No, but he.
Well, I'm just
I
saying.
think that's different
We
than
have a
your
different.
craft.
Yeah, it's
Thank
No,
you.
different.
because bro, like playing a coach coaching you in a sport and telling you your form needs to be different because you want to get better at it. You want to be good at basketball, you know, or telling you that you better in a 6-man role than being a starter. That's totally different than feeling like you look fresh.
Telling you you're fragile. Get your weight up. You soft. Go harder. What are you talking about?
And that's what made you go. That's what made you go harder.
Yes.
That's see, as an athlete, that don't make me go harder.
Yeah.
No, see,
Like I want to go harder because I want to get better.
No,
bro.
see, that's okay. So look, I got this one. There's different type of athletes. There's franchise players, and then there's teammates.
Yes.
The franchise players are going to be yelled at the most all the time. But the way we have to take it is, if he don't yell at me, I'm not doing. There's no more growth. I can't get better like this. Some people in basketball get yelled at, and they just quit. They want to walk off. They shut down their whole game. Fuck that.
But I agree
not
with
for a basketball player. But
yeah.
at his point, he was supposed to feel like that because he got singled out. He felt embarrassed because somebody he looked up to pointed their finger at him, and it hurt him.
It wasn't about
the coach.
We're not playing. We're not playing.
My coach rule was mine.
I know. I'm saying the coach was different though.
We're not playing sports.
Suave. Everybody's different.
This is a life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was a life thing. This is not like a sport.
that
If I'm
hurt
playing basketball and somebody's yelling at me, I'm not gonna take that. If I'm
he's
dancing,
litigating how I feel about basketball.
No, you're not.
No, because
my coach was like the guy to me. That's why I went that route. You said somebody you looked up.
That's not mitigating.
No, but also,
your uncle. I get what you're saying. He's saying you that was your high.
No, but to Twerk's point,
he said
to Twerk's point, I feel like a coach is a mentor as well in that thing, and so I'm not gonna mitigate that. I'm saying, so has a coach said that to you as well? Like you playing like a girl right now, and and that made you. That's what made you click and get better.
I tightened up.
Every time. I don't, because I grew up playing sports my whole life too, and I did not do that.
What it do? If they said something negative to you, what happened?
Shout out to the Philippines.
I would be upset in the moment, but I would still get better. But still, I don't think that still validates how he could coach. I think he can articulate better and how to get to a point.
But it's just different coaches, different type of coaches.
But no.
Yeah, but that doesn't make their coaching necessarily the best.
There you go. You can't keep doing that. You can't say the best. You just said it worked. Your coaches yelled at you. That's what coaches do. Guys that we looked up to that wanted the best for us.
Yeah.
That helped us achieve better.
But maybe you view it that. But maybe you view it that way because you never experienced another coach, and so you feel like that's how it had to be. Whereas with him, with his uncle, he's saying, "Bro, I do not fuck with this. Like like you brought me into a whole element where
he's saying, I hear it. I hear it thoroughly. He's saying that he's saying it for your betterment of you. He didn't know that will hurt your feelings. He thought he was actually doing something for you, just like a coach would when he's coaching the player.
But that's the problem.
That's what nobody knows.
You said the betterment of me. What about that is making me better?
No, in his head, Uncle. We're saying in his head it was.
What about that is making?
No, we're not saying it was right. We're just
it
saying
probably
in his head.
What was making it worse that he said it?
He was wrong for that.
What was
to make you feel like that? But in his head, it was right.
No, I said what was making it worse that he said that.
He's changing my whole ideology of what I'm considering normal and how I consider dressing.
How did
he
fit
change his normal?
How did he change your whole ideology?
By
telling you. But he just told you how he thought it should go.
And he's saying that he's
he's not telling me how
he's not telling
me how he thinks it should go. He's telling me how it is and how I need to be dressing. That's what he was telling me. Right?
You're your mom's child. Yes, as an uncle, that's what they do. You didn't have to take your brother, your big brother. Your brother was in ROTC, so he know about being yelled at and everything.
Okay, but
got the same parents.
Same scenario then. So if I didn't take it off, what do you think he would have did?
He wouldn't have whooped you. He wouldn't have snatched it off.
You don't think Uncle Ronnie would have whooped me?
My uncle would have whooped you.
Not whooped. He
Uncle Ronnie would have snatched that junk off.
He would have snatched it off. Uncle don't whoop nobody.
Never, bro.
Uncle would have snatched it off.
Yeah, he would snatch it, but Uncle
wouldn't have snatched it off like, oh no. He would have been like, man, come here, man. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
If you would have been like, if you would have expressed yourself in any type of way about like, I don't want to do that, or I think this, that, he would have talked to you.
How old were you?
Shoot, I can't even remember how old I was. I had to be like 10, 11.
Probably at Winterwood Park.
You think 10, he's listening to him say, I don't want to do that? I
don't know.
I don't have that experience.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He didn't do that. He was just a kid, which is what, back to my point that you would have.
Uncle always says something. Like, you just got to be like, oh, no, this look good on me, Uncle. I like how.
But no,
This is
he
the
was my
rebuttal on
uncle.
would've
He know, I
responded to
know.
that.
He was the one that told us don't cry. We can't cry for free and all that. So like he's saying it was just his way of thinking. I'm
Yeah,
not saying
it's not-
it was
it was
right,
right.
but he didn't want anything but better.
Exactly.
In his
But,
head, it was
okay,
right, is what we're saying. In his
Prime
head,
example.
it was.
Prime example. You brought up a prime example. Him telling people not to cry for free.
Oh, yeah.
You don't think that was detrimental? You don't think that was damaging?
That was tough on us. That like because
Point
you gotta
being,
understand, we in
it's
it's a
hurtful
new
when
era
you-
now that we're all in tune with ourselves. So
Because
much.
now, as a man,
We
you feel
looking
like you
deep.
cannot cry. You feel like you
Real
cannot
life.
get
When I
emotional.
cry, I'm like, you soft. I
I
say to
felt
myself,
so many times that I could not get emotional because if you cry for free, you can't cry for free. Crying makes you look weak. All this stuff that people will put on you to say that you can't do that, it makes a more internal damage. It's now you're thinking, oh, dang, I can't release this emotion because I look weak, or you go back to that traumatic moment where somebody's telling you don't cry for free. I need a reason to cry. So stuff like that
real,
is
though, what I'm
damaging.
saying. It's-
That's what
it
I
could
mean
fuck
when I
somebody's
say
head.
it's detrimental, because stuff like that, it eats away at somebody who, especially if you're an overthinker like me, I'm really pondering on like the whys, the what's the purpose of what, like what's the reason of me being in trouble for, you know what I mean?
But did you
I'm
really
curious about
ponder
that.
on it, or were you just really like, no, this is what I want to do?
I pondered on it. That's why I said it was detrimental, because it had an issue in my mind to where I'm like, well, what's wrong with this? Like, is there something wrong with me doing this? Like, why he yelling at everybody else? Why he yelling
y'all
at me?
think
So
it's
when
wrong
did
for
you
men to
ever
cry?
in your life go back to Uncle Ronnie and say like, you know what, hey, this, that, and the third? Because I'm quite sure he would have talked to you.
We can't even talk
So
about
I'm just
that,
saying,
man.
you
we can't go
took
back to
it.
But I mean, you can't. A lot of people don't go back to their parents, and after a while, when you grow, and you learn. Eventually, you learn.
But we're
for
talking
yourself.
about our cool uncle that we all know. I'm asking you though, like if it really bothered you like that, because you speak on one time and it obviously was really that serious.
Yeah. But you're talking about like, why didn't I go back to him? Cause
Not even go back to him, but you know that one time, it's not like it had to be an intervention, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying if it bothered you, because we all know Uncle Ronnie, and that was most definitely not the case.
well, I mean, for me, there wasn't no reason to go back. I grew from it. Like I had to handle that inner thought on my own. And I started figuring out once I started seeing it in fashion stores and people doing it on the normal. And I'm like, dang. That showed me that the broad range of fashion that people from back in the days, they try to push a narrative on fashion on people, and they don't really know how fashion is changing, how it evolves, how people dress, and how people might not want to dress like everybody else. People have their own taste. People have their own flavors. You can't push somebody to be like, you need to dress like this, because every individual has their own style. And when we hold people back from that, you're holding people back from who they truly want to be.
They're not doing it though to be,
I get it. They're not
bad,
doing it to be
yeah,
facetious or anything like
there you
that.
go, yeah.
But at the same
malice
time,
of no type of way.
but at the same time,
it still has an impact
exactly,
on you. I understand.
It has an impact.
Uh-huh.
When you try to push anything and try to force anything on anybody, or try to push something on somebody, it can have a negative effect if that's not the direction that somebody wants to go.
But by the fact that you understand that it's never in a malice way, the older you got, that I feel like a lot of people can heal off of that by knowing that other half of it. Like the silver lining of it is like they didn't mean that to be negative. It's just like they thought that they were doing the right thing at that time.
But why is it always on the person to receive it properly, but not on the person to deal it out?
They're
properly?
just old ways.
Again,
they just
now-
Yeah, but
old
we
people
can't-
old
we
ways.
can't
I know.
always
We're
just
not
say
saying
that.
it's okay.
Again, we're talking
Never
about two
says
different
okay.
things, because he's saying like forcing and like telling somebody what to wear. Like again, I'm saying that those are for girls, those are for boys, those are for both. I'm gonna tell you the real. I'm not telling you what to wear, but you need to know the real. And if a child says, I want to wear this, you should most definitely say, well, that's a girl, so he can wear what he wants. No, that's for a girl. I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
But why are we more okay for the girls to wear guy clothes than we are for the guys to wear girl clothes? There were more tomboys growing up. The girls, tomboys? That's what they call them? Tomboys growing up than there were dudes wearing girl clothes. That was more accepted. Like, if your daughter wanted to wear her brother's t-shirt, you'll be okay with that. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just a double standard every time. We always gonna have that.
But I think it's to the point where we was even talking like crying ain't free. As a man, you got to be this. It's always like we emasculate everything for a man, whereas girls it's like, okay, well you not showing your ass, so I'm cool with you wearing a basketball jersey, you know.
But a t-shirt is unisex. Shorts are unisex. Now, if we're talking about suit and tie, I'd be like, girl, take that off. Come on, that's unisex. A t-shirt is
but
unisex.
I think, but to his point, I think the masses more so. Even in school, if a girl came in a suit and tie, that's significantly less eyebrow raised compared to a dude coming in a crop top or a dress or some shit.
Back in the day, because nowadays schools most.
No, we said no. We
said back in the day.
Because those are the people that are trying to push the agenda out, teach that.
Yeah.
Because now today, these guys is in school with mascara, purple hair.
There's transgenders in high schools. It's wild.
Wow.
My niece was telling me that she got like 2 transgenders in her classroom.
Yeah.
I said, in high school? Do you even got the money for the surgeries?
Wow.
Do you have to have surgery to be considered a trans?
No, I think you could just identify.
You could identify. Okay. Yeah. Identify as a trans or just identify as a woman?
Yeah, as a woman. And then you start wearing women's clothes and go by she and her.
Yeah.
That's great.
And vice versa.
It's so different. Do y'all think men are allowed to cry from y'all upbringing? Do y'all believe men should be allowed to cry?
I think we've tackled this topic before, but yeah, I definitely think for sure.
Like as far as allowed, like are you saying it more so like was I
Is
taught?
It more accepted? I mean, I don't know.
Like are you saying like all of us as a collective, like were we taught like we can't, or like just personally, like do I feel like men are? Because obviously now at my age, like that's a human emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I still have a hard time accepting it when I do it. I feel like my face muscles don't even know how to do it. So when I do it, I get to twitching, and I'm like, I look ugly as hell when I cry because I don't know how to cry. And then when I do it, I'm like, nigga, you soft, you a bitch. I talk to myself like that when I do it, and I'll be doing it, I feel like for the right reasons when I do cry, but I still don't like it. How do y'all accept that? How do you fully grasp the fact that is just a natural human emotion? It's okay to do that.
Yeah,
I was raised not to do that. 100%.
Yeah, and I think we all kind of were like even like my bad to cut you off.
My bad, I'll cut you off.
Yeah, but I just mean like we were saying we played sports and shit. Like bro, I get hit hard. You just got cracked back, knocked the wind out of you. Shit, you crying, you know, but it's like, okay, you got it. Come on, wipe it off. You good? Throw some dirt on it, you know. Like I don't know. It's kind of just like how we were raised.
I was gonna say, I think it's also about the situation because even though we were told don't cry for free, it was always like a toughen up type thing. It wasn't like we got whooped and stuff.
No,
it was like you fell, you scraped your knee, you bumped your head, you did something. Don't cry for free. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, suck it up, toughen up type of thing. Like, but as far as a man, of course, I feel like we're allowed. We are allowed to cry. I think. I don't think it has to do with the upbringing, but I think just as a man, once you grow older, you just it's just a sense like, because when you cry, you're gonna shed a tear. You can't really stop it, right?
Yeah,
tears,
or at least the nose gonna sniffle or some shit. Yeah.
So I guess as a man, you feel like I can't really
let it up.
Yeah.
I'm drained after.
After a real cry. Like
Can I be honest with y'all right now?
Yeah.
I literally just tried to cry. My brother had his homegoing over the weekend, and it was like something in my, like I couldn't do the, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, I swear, I told ICJ, like, is this something wrong with me? I really wanted to like let it out and just cry and bawl, and I couldn't.
And were other people? So it was like an environment where like you could be comfortable doing it?
It was they had actually just let the balloons off.
Yeah.
People started kind of walking off, going up the hills, doing their own thing. You know what I mean? As the balloons were floating off. And tears started coming. And, you know, I was like, and at that moment, I was like, you know what? Whatever. You know, and I tried, and I was just like, like literally.
Because I don't want to say it's like a trained... Like it's an emotion, right?
It's a train.
But I wonder, like, if you can train yourself so much, you've gone so many years of suppressing it and learning how to suppress it, that you really don't know how to.
That's what it felt.
I'll be looking for what's the most okay time to do it. Like, is this an appropriate one? Because I can't cry for free. Is this appropriate to do it to this one? Like, I really have. You got to weigh it out.
It's crazy. Y'all all have that instilled in y'all, though.
I think it comes from. I think you really have to just try to find that vulnerability of letting go. Like, you really can't. Like, we try to hold on to such a tough look all the time, and it's just men in general. We just want to be. We want to be the strong person. You know, you want to show your strength. You don't want to show that vulnerable part of you. And I think you have to get in touch with that and really let go in order to feel emotion and really cry. Like, to really feel that, to reach that, is feeling the vulnerability and letting go of that strength for like 1 second, you know, because it doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that you're actually feeling emotion. And to me, it shows strength. And I think that's what kind of helped me find that, is finding out that crying is a symbol of strength, because you're showing a side that people think is weak. And you're showing people that it's okay. It's okay to release that emotion. You're showing people that it's okay to have emotion.
I get so tired from crying.
I've come to believe and think that way, but I'm still a firm believer about nature, and everything in nature it is. A lion is a lion. The male elephant is the male. It doesn't take a break. And that's just my way of thinking. So I don't look at it as like a bad thing that I can't really bawl as a man. Mm-hmm. Me, myself. Mm-hmm. Some people may feel like, you know what, I feel like that I should be able to, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, with nature, everything is just, it is. You got masculine and you have feminine. Mm. Like he's saying, of course you should be in touch with, because we're evenly balanced as human beings, but as a man, you are masculine.
Well, I wouldn't consider crying feminine, though.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Well, because you made the masculine and feminine thing, but I was just talking about vulnerability and crying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all I was talking about. I wasn't talking about like being in touch with your feminine side. I'm talking about being in touch with your vulnerability, and actually just being in touch with being vulnerable and letting go. And that's like reaching that point of like crying.
Right, and that's why I asked though, but you can't really stop tears, so you don't really control it, or like getting in touch with it makes it easier. Like when it's time to cry, you're gonna cry.
But I mean, you said you couldn't cry at your brother's funeral, right?
I couldn't cry like that. The tears were coming.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be able to.
Oh, you want to holler?
Like,
no, I ain't hollering.
Like not holler like Raphael. No, like, but you know what I'm saying?
But
like,
it's coming
really
out. It's more than just tears. Yeah, it's coming out.
Yeah, you know what?
That crying when you tired.
Yeah.
After.
I mean, that's
worn out. Like,
that's still crying. I don't think you have to have a specific way of crying.
Hey, there's some hard crying when you're screaming like that. That Raphael.
I know, but I'm saying I don't think you have to have a specific way of crying. I think that's good enough. You know what I mean? That was showing emotion. Like the fact that you was able to do that, that's strength in itself. It's showing that I'm still crying. You don't need to actually have a ball fest, you know. And I know you want to like get in touch with it, but to me that was good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was good because you actually released it and you were showing it.
Mm-hmm. I remember seeing a video. It was of this little kid in a karate class. I don't know if y'all ever seen it. It was like a viral video. Yeah. And he was like trying to kick trying to punch it, and it started hurting his hands, and he started crying and shit. And the teacher at that time was like telling him, like, he wasn't like telling him you can't cry, but come on, we're gonna get through this, you know. And the kid started like belting out and shit, and he finally broke it. And that's why, like, some people can do that, you know. They could they tap into that side of that emotion, and it creates a strength within them and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it helps them. I see what you're saying in that sense, yeah. Dang, yeah, crying is it is hard sometimes. I feel like it's hard for me to get into that ball central too, like to actually break into the like, oh my god, you know, like that's a something really got to happen to like break.
We getting older, that shit gonna come.
I mean, we used to do it when we was kids.
No, but us being older, I mean, we about to start seeing the ones we love.
That whooping will get it out
you. That's when you gonna ball. I mean. That's when the balling coming. What we taking away from all this? Suave, this your turn.
It's my turn?
It's your turn. You have not done it in a while. It's been everybody else. Yeah, it's on you. What we taking from all this? Yeah, for real. Because you stood your ground the whole way.
I don't know, man. I don't know. To be honest, I feel like this was a good debate, and we all had different opinions. So I feel like maybe we just touch on, it's good to have difference of opinion.
Unbiased opinions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have different opinions and be able to share different opinions and have a conversation about it.
And we ain't mean to single you out, Jordan, when we started talking about the family shit.
Oh, I'm not.
I know, 'cause he was
I know
like-
how it goes. Nah, I can always associate like my experiences with other people's.
Yeah, with the other-
and hear what
the
y'all
other
going
experience.
through and shit. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely. That was just how we grew up.
Right,
in our
right.
Yeah, man.
Society
It is
and
crazy.
stuff like
We all so different. Growing
That's
up
how
like
it's
that,
gonna
we
be,
so
man.
different.
Everybody
from your
grows into their own.
Uh-huh.
Even from your parents.
That's crazy.
Well, I just want to say thank you guys again.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Having me
definitely.
back. This ain't the last
Good.
time.
It's good to
again.
have
The
you.
sunglass
Yeah,
episode.
man. Sunglasses episode. We did it big. But yeah, no, it's definitely good. I appreciate this episode. I feel like this is a good episode. We had a good back and forth with everybody. I think we all touched on some good topics.
I got Suave up on that hot seat. So I was over there fired up, man. He wasn't just,
nah,
it's okay. Yeah, he was talking. That's what I like.
Stand on business.
yeah. No, it's interesting though, because it's interesting when you touch on stuff like clothing and structure and all that stuff, because
Most
it's such
definitely.
a broad topic and everybody has their thoughts on it. So it's like everybody gonna have a difference of opinion when it comes to it. So yeah,
Anything from the comments before we go?
I don't think we had any more comments after that. Unless
After
did we
the
have
steaming
anything?
head, after the steaming brain.
Yeah, after Trey said my brain. No, he said. Oh, actually, yeah. Trey did say a couple stuff. I didn't even see that.
No, he did.
Wait, somebody said the silver boots are for girls, right? I don't even know what that's pertaining.
Yeah,
to.
because I was talking about my nephew and niece where she has glittery silver boots. So I guess I didn't say glittery. Glittery.
Glittery.
That's a tongue twister.
And then Trey said, "You feel like there is clear boy and girl stuff, so it got to be colors too."
Yeah, when he coming?
I did want to get on that pink shit too. That's crazy.
Oh, the pink stuff.
Hold on to that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Tell Trey when he get here.
Yeah, I've been wanting to talk to
Yeah.
Trey.
Yeah, Trey. Whenever you can come on,
Come on, man.
we'll have you come on. Trey's very passionate.
Fired up.
That's gonna be a fire episode.
Fired up. Love it.
Cause I mean, like, I'm understanding, so I can be like, okay. But Trey's one gonna be like, no, that's some BS. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. I love Trey. I've been wanting to get over Trey.
No, he don't really be like that. He just be like, nah, I ain't really messing with that.
No, he just challenged thought.
Yeah.
He always
Yeah.
challenging how you whatever you think you think you know. He gonna challenge that.
Yeah. He said, I'm gonna be like, hell no. Then somebody wanted, I shouted them out, but I'll say it again. Shout out Poe from Cavite, Philippines. I'll just say that.
Oh shit.
Is that, you know that person?
Probably. What's happening, Pare? Kamusta ka?
I was about to say their name. Says, I think it's Eileen.
What's
Eileen Raquel.
Yeah, Island Raquel.
I almost said alien, but it was because the way I was looking at it.
That's Pa. Shout out Poe from.
Pa, shout out Paul.
Yeah.
Is that terminology?
Do you
Paul.
know? do
That's
you
like
know?
a respect. It's a sign of
Okay.
respect. Paul.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's they use at the end of everything.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much all the comments. And then Trey did say hell no up there. So yeah, that's exactly what he'll say. But yeah, we appreciate you guys all for chiming in. I appreciate everybody on these couches, man. We all have a good, interesting people we always have on these couches. I definitely appreciate it.
Very unique.
Thank you, Ryan, for running the BTS. I'm gonna shout
Yeah.
you out as well. We don't give him enough love, so
You feel me?
He be here.
show some love. If y'all ever in the comments,
Arrow.
comment to producer RyRy. He's gonna respond to you in the comments. So if you guys want to talk to him, he'll chime in with y'all in there.
And that's RY.
So, yeah.
RY. Tell them the hashtag RY.
I thought that was self-explanatory. I didn't know that was.
Sometimes niggas don't know how to
yeah.
spell, man.
Yeah, I mean, you
Come
right.
on,
You
yeah.
right.
No.
No.
How else do you spell right?
Right? This what RI.
Right. But yeah, thank you guys for tapping in and show some love to the social medias. What we already at like 12K on we almost at 1,000 on YouTube. So if y'all can help us get to 1K on YouTube, it'll be very much appreciated. But yeah, much love, you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Y'all be